it is hard to filter out the signal from the noise, I think in the marketplace in general. Like I'm a business owner, all of the tools that I use to run my business, every one of them now has some sort of AI co-pilot, let's call it a co-pilot or some sort of AI piece. Personally, I think companies are feeling a lot of pressure to jump on this bandwagon so that they can be competitive. You know, if you're a big tool in the marketplace and you don't have some sort of AI piece, then maybe you're gonna other companies are not going to go with you. So it is really hard for me to filter out, like, do I care that there's AI in my inbox in my Gmail now? Do I really care? Like, is it really changing my life? I can't write emails. Like, that's a little bit of what I'm feeling about this is, I don't think the way I use email is going to be completely revolutionized by AI. So, and there's a lot of hype around that. And it's hard, like I said, it's hard to figure out where I should be interested and where I shouldn't be interested because it is everywhere, man, everywhere. I think that goes back to what I said before is like, we think that AI is going to clear up our schedules so that we're going to focus on the humanness. I don't think that's going to happen. I think what we've created is a grand distraction. We've created another outlet that keeps our brains deeply engaged. Doesn't, there's nothing pushing us towards more human interactions. There's only things pulling us away from them. AI is one of them. It's, my wife is a therapist, just so you know. So, and, in the therapeutic world, there's a lot of ways AI could be replacing therapists. Not necessarily replacing therapists, but it could do some low level therapy if you want. That's okay. Maybe that gets you through the day. What I think happens though is we start to think systems like this they're easy to access. There's no barriers, right? There's no barriers to get into to have a discussion with a chat thing. It's on your phone. And now it's going to be embedded in every app. You can deeply immerse yourself in it. There's a barrier to actually talking to the person who's sitting next to you in the office. Well, you might not even be in the office because we've eroded those things as well. So again, I'm not buying it that it's going to push us towards more, relationship building. I think it's going to distract us. So Plan Academy, we're a training company with a big focus in the scheduling space. We've got training courses. A lot of them are self-paced training courses for prospective schedulers and project controls people. Big focus on P6. That's kind of where I got my start. And I really didn't expect to be 15 years later still training P6. I was like, well, this is a low-level tool that will, this should be obsolete at some point, but it's just had this incredible wave of popularity. So yeah, we train a lot on P6, but we cover lots of other topics in project controls, including, well, everything, from leadership to delay claims. We have had kind of some AI focused courses, generative AI, when we had a partnership with a company called Alice, that we're doing some interesting stuff. So yeah, I think we've got a great platform on top of self-paced training courses. Once people get inside, we do live training regularly as well. So every month, almost like a webinar, I get up there, or me and some of my trainers get up there and we take a topic that's kind of might be outside of our course or something like that. We just teach it, and we try to teach it live and invite people and see if we can ask questions, get questions answered, and support people that way. So that's kind of the gamut, and we're servicing both individuals and organizations. Organizations come to us and say, "What we want this for everybody," and we're able to. We've got some product packages that work for businesses as well. I haven't seen that update yet from them. So, what are the challenges with that? Let's think it through. I'm going to tell you, when we do training, especially in the construction space, there's two sides of the house. There's the owner side and the contractor side, right? The contractor's got to generate those schedules, and those schedules are going to be absolutely torn apart by the owner side. The owner side scrutinizes every single detail in those schedules. So I think one of the challenges we have with AI is actually on the owner side. My sense is there's a bit of a distrust of some of these tools. And it's a healthy distrust. It's not a distrust that the tools don't do what they say they do. It's more the distrust that by turning it over to a tool, we might miss something or we don't understand it. We don't take the time to actually, go through it with our own fine tooth comb and our own brains. We don't fully understand that schedule. And how can I go to the owner and say, there's these risks if I haven't done my diligence? That's the sense I get when I've got some good buddies that work for owner consultants. That's my sense. More than a few of them have said, we don't use any tools. We don't go and put them through Deltek, Acumen, Fuse, which again has been around for forever. Or we might do it to at a very high level, but that's not the output we produce and send over to the owner as a report. We take the time to go through it manually. I've heard that more than a couple of times in talking to owner consultants. They are reluctant to put their reputation on the line with a tool. So that's one thing. That's kind of my pastime. I'll be honest with you. I think I have a real interest in, and it's coming out here in the things that I've said, but like I have a real interest in human dynamics and understanding how that goes. Personally, I've been in therapy for years and have worked with a therapist. For me, and my wife's a therapist, so like a lot of my conversations outside of project controls end up taught in this kind of like human dynamics vein. So I think I would really, and I'm actually considering starting this softly as a side hustle, but I would really be interested in doing some coaching or for entrepreneurs, I think coaching, advising, something like that. I think for myself, I can speak about this for myself is like, we also sometimes make this divide of like, oh, that's my personal life, that's my business life. And it's not a clear divide. You bore your stuff, whatever it is, your dysfunctions into your business. And, we think we can solve it with money and software tools and better people and stuff like that. So that's not always the case either. So I have a real interest in that kind of like human dynamics. I wouldn't call it exactly therapy, but like in that world. And so I think if I wasn't doing project controls, I would be moving more in that direction.